Behind this door is a project truck that has been hogging this shop up for about 6 years now. And for about the last 3 years, it hasn't moved a muscle, it hasn't even ran. And I think it's about time we got that thing going. But first, I suppose I better bring you up to speed on what this project even is. Guys, in 2019, big things were happening. We had Marvel movies hit their climax. We didn't have COVID yet. 6 foot rule, you heathen. And more importantly, Dad bought an 03 Grand Marquis. Now, years beforehand, when I was probably about 11, Dad bought a 67 Mercury pickup truck cab for $5 at a local auction sale. And since it had no frame at all, we decided to do a frame swap with it. So we pulled the cab off of the car in about 2019, around Christmas time. And then we set to work putting the cab of the truck onto the frame. So Dad put the wiring harness, the steering column, the pedals, the brakes, all onto there, and we drove it around a little bit.
Contact! Yay! She lived! Thank you, Jesus! Woo! Only 15 months! Finally lived!
So it didn't have a rear cab mount, it didn't have doors, it didn't have sheet metal on the front, but it would go around the yard a little bit here and there. We did that until about 2022, and then we kind of lost inertia on the project.
Yeah. Well, there it is. We ran better now.
So the cats have been living in it for a couple winters now, and all that's really happened since then is we put an inner fender on the one side after trimming it a bit. And I think it's high time that we got that truck running again and potentially even take it out of the shop. And it clogs the shop up. I can't get to my Pepsi machine. It's hard to get to the drill press and the wrench grinder. It's just not a good situation. So if we could get this truck buttoned up a little bit and out the door, or at least so it can stay out the side and not get snow all over the wiring, that'd be perfect. But none of the wiring in the rear end is covered up, so this has never been out of the shop since it's been started. None of the wiring underneath where the hood would be is covered up. And if we had parked it outside, it would have just been a nightmare, so it has been in here for a long time. Good old Saskatchewan roads, they like to rust cabs out, so this cab mount is rusted right out, but it doesn't matter because we already mounted these bars onto there. We need some rear cab mounts. The gas tank isn't really mounted in there, it's just kind of hanging on some ratchet straps, but we have ran it around like that. I was driving a Crown Victoria a few years back, so I stole a fan belt off of this and I stole a power steering hose off of this just to keep that going. That car has since popped the plug out of the cylinder like these like to do, so we need to replace those items. And first things first, I just want to hear this thing run again. This 03 Crown Vic behind me blew a spark plug out of the cylinder head, so we're going to steal the power steering line and fan belt off of it. And they actually originally came off the Mercy project anyways, so here we go. How snowed in are we gonna be? It's been worse. Okay, I got the belt, I got the power steering hose. That's all I need out of this car. I'm getting it down. I'm going inside. It's cold out here. I don't think that's... You are not helping a lot. What the heck? Try not to spoil the whole world. I'm not helping either. One bad power steering. had a battery hooked up to this thing, or tried to start it probably for 2 years now, so let's just see what we get. And that still bumps the engine, but I don't hear any pump. Yeah, the pump's not doing nothing. I gotta investigate that. Probably a ground. Well, I played around with the wiring a whole bunch to this fuel pump. I checked a bunch of fuses, I played with all the relays and all that sort of stuff, and then I ended up going here with the wires and just independently going to all the terminals and try direct power to the battery. The best I could get out of the pump was just a bit of gurgling in the tank. I don't think it's going to run. I think maybe the pump is just quit. So I think I'm just going to whip it out of there, and then we'll see what's what and who's who. So I got a new fuel pump ordered up. The old one was indeed garbage, and while I was waiting for that to get there, I decided to fetch a rad support for the truck. We got parts! $70 off Amazon. We're going to replace this piece of junk with this piece of junk. Hopefully it's not a piece of junk. Woo! Paper. Let's start a fire. Looks awfully familiar. No, it looks the same. Does it look the same as that one? This one stinks. That's probably all you care about. This looks correct. And the only thing I don't like about it is that this has got a plastic line on there that looks like it's for a fish tank, and this old one had a steel line. Moment of truth. We'll see if it kicks on when I turn the key switch on. I hear nothing. I tried hot wiring it. It does work, and then couldn't get it to work when I had it plugged in here. Then I realized the inertia switch was popped up, so I popped it back down, and now I present you glorious sounds of the fuel pump working. So that's going to be the key to us getting this truck driving again, and we're just going to have to dispense with some old crappy gas real quick.
There we go. Ooh, that stinks real nice.
Still turns on. New gas, and this is the expensive part of the job. Give her a shot.
Give her a shot.
Try that. Maybe I need a better battery. Ooh.
Might have to give it a little gas.
Then we decided it'd be smart to have an air cleaner.
That's been a long time.
Yay!
Woo!
Again!
Well, that's the crankshaft goes round and round.
Crankshaft does move. Are we leaking antifreeze? Yeah. I should have actually just left that on there, but it's running again! Left the belt off because this has got to move inward, and so we drained the antifreeze, so there's nothing in it, so that's not spinning right now, so it's not killing itself, but it's running!
Yeah, very good one for that.
Wow, that's quiet. That is a very quiet exhaust. So I think we're going to call it there. We'll leave off on the high point of the truck finally running, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully we will get the truck actually to drive out of the shop. So thanks for watching. Until next time, Godspeed.